Hey, Shalom, giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Akakwadash, the Balana City Apostles, and others, a great milestone, true well. And I ran across this YouTube channel, Full Spectrum Survival, and basically he talks about government planning for asteroid impact, economic collapse. So let me play some of it.
Survival's News on the Night Shift, where we cover important news events for the evening of April 26, 2019. The U.S. government and its military is preparing to approve alterations to long-standing laws and rules that kept the military from intervening in policing efforts upon U.S. soil, where they are said to be loosening a subset of laws that bars the U.S. military from interacting with migrants entering into the United States, expanding the military's involvement in everyday policing operations. This is dangerous, warns one lawyer for human rights. We have a police force, a very strong and weapons-ready police force, one that is capable of controlling our borders. And if we need more, then we need to hire more police in order to handle this. Changing law.
So they want to implement basically martial law, man. Okay, and this guy is he's into the economy, things like that, so on and so forth. So just bear with me real quick. It does the news, so on and so forth. Bear with me for the noise in the background.
Laws to allow the military to police the people, both citizens and non-citizens, is a dangerous path toward having the U.S. military intervene in everyday activities across the USA. And that may be just what is intended or going to happen in the long run. In an attempt to stave off anti-tyranny movements, the documents note that military personnel will remain in a, quote, segregated compartment when driving migrants to detention centers, causing some to question the capacity of their role at all if members of the military are merely there to drive migrants. This isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning, warns one pro-constitutional lawyer. In other news, an interesting article from Economist with MarketWatch discusses real economic viability in the midst of propaganda, saying that the U.S. economy grew more than expected. That's what the propaganda says. The following is from the report. The economy isn't doing nearly as well as that 3.2 annual growth rate from gross domestic product reported Friday by the Commerce Department suggests. The heart of the real economy, private sector consumption and investment, slowed sharply in the first quarter to 1.3% its annual rate, the slowest in nearly 6 years, with spending on durable goods dropping an astounding 5.3%, the worst since 2009. We are in for it, warns one economist. It's best to prepare accordingly and invest and adjust as the economy.
Yeah, the economy is going to collapse, man. This economy is going to hyperinflate. Okay? And you people don't see it, but only a few people do see it. Like this gentleman that I'm listening to now, he sees it. Most of you people don't see it, man. But this economy is going to collapse.
Takes another downturn. Moving forward, cognitive decline is associated with a number of aspects that, of course, impair disaster survivability. Being able to remember and act on key triggers during a disaster will mean, for many involved, the difference between life and death. And it will lead to longer and more sustainable survival members, depending on the nature of the situation at hand. Researchers have now proven that the mere act of as little as 30 minutes of moderate exercise.
And the guy's saying, get your fucking ass ready, man. Most of you people out of shape. This is 2nd Ezra 16. Woe be unto Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sacks and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. That's talking about here in the States. Okay, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Hey, like the gentleman just said. Okay, he's talking about they want to have the army police the states. That's that sword. Plagues are sent on to you. Okay, those are pestilence, man. You're gonna have all kind of diseases in the air, bugs, man-made diseases in CDC. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn? Yeah, there's no turning this back when it's gonna happen. May one turn again the arrow, the shot of a strong archer, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Okay? Basically, the Heavenly Father is going to be the one responsible for all these things happening, man. Hey, Ezra said, woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And these are the times we're approaching. That's what says Michael the Archangel is going to have to come down. You know, this guy said that you should do 30 minutes of cardio a day, you know, to help. But that's not going to save you, man. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Hey, man, it's better to fall by the sword than famine, man. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no one man to comfort them, to bury them. So, you know, when someone dies, you get the body, you bury the body, you send prayers over the body. There's gonna be none of that. You're gonna see dead bodies in the street like you see dog shit. This is a good part. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Yeah, there's gonna be so many men dying. Okay, in that day, you women gonna be humble, man. There's gonna be no one to protect you. No 911, no simp, man. It's gonna be bad, man. You women are gonna be getting raped left and right, raped, eaten, and you're gonna see the true nature of a man. You know, you're gonna see the true animalistic nature of a man. You know, I'm telling you, man goes a couple hours or days without food, man. You know, Gerald from up the block is not going to be Gerald from up the block, man. That motherfucker always want to hold your door and take you on a dinner date. He ain't going to be trying to do that in this day. And that's when you women going to be looking for a man of the Lord that's been saying these things. Now, why are you going to be looking for a man of the Lord? Not because he's big and muscle bound, because he's been saying these things were going to happen before they happen. So that's a special man. So you're going to be looking for him, but he's not going to want to deal with you.